The mystery of the disliked voice. Why we're at recordings but others don't? Have you ever recorded yourself talking only to recoil in horror at the playback? You're not alone. There's a fascinating scientific reason why so many of us dislike the sound of our own recorded voice. It's not vanity. It's all about how we perceive sound itself. The science behind flickering. When we speak, our voice reaches our ears in two ways: through the air conduction and through our bones bone conduction. Bone conduction transmits lower frequencies that air conduction misses, giving our voice a richer, deeper tone to ourselves. However, when someone else hears us speak, they only perceive the air-conducted sound, which is higher pitched. This difference is what throws us off when we hear recordings. Recordings only capture the air-conducted sound, lacking the low-frequency component we're accustomed to internally. This unfamiliar, higher-pitched version can sound unpleasant and even irritating. The psychology of self-perception. The way we perceive our own voice goes beyond just acoustics. Studies have shown that when people listen to voice recordings without knowing whose voice it is, they tend to be more objective and may even find the voice attractive. However, the moment they recognize it as their own, a subconscious bias kicks in. We become hypercritical, focusing on what we perceive as flaws, leading to a negative reaction. Beyond the initial discomfort, the good news is that our aversion to our recorded voice can lessen over time. As we become accustomed to hearing ourselves on recordings, the initial shock wears off. Additionally, focusing on the content of the recording rather than just the sound can help us become more accepting. Beyond our own voices. This phenomenon of self-perception bias isn't limited to just voices. We often have a distorted image of ourselves visually as well. This is why we may be surprised by how others perceive us, often finding us more attractive or approachable than we believe ourselves to be. Embracing your authentic voice. While the initial reaction to a recorded voice might be negative, it shouldn't define how we feel about the way we sound. Focusing on clear communication and expressing ourselves authentically is far more important than achieving some idealized vocal image. After all, the sound of our voice is a unique part of who we are, and it's how we connect with others.